Welcome, Warriors, back with another episode of Vigor Warriors 2, the 1% Club. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for all your comments and subscriptions and donations, and I greatly appreciate those. Today, this is June 30th, 2022, and we are going to focus on a couple things that I saw from Jordan Peterson, focusing on something that we had talked about a long time ago, but I want to kind of bring it back because he made a good comment about the beauty and the beast. And we'll talk about this and how it relates to our journey as we focus on this. But again, thank you for your comments, feedback, those type of things. A nice comment from Curvy Shine. And Curvy, thank you so much for your comment. He was asking how to contact me. And the best way right now is basically kind of do the public type of messages through the videos. You can do that, I think, privately or publicly. I am going to do a stream sooner or later. I'm trying to kind of just figure out when to do it, when I have some time, and when you guys might be available to kind of jump on. It may be a weekend and maybe a night type of thing. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to see if I can try to get that organized pretty soon as well. So we're approaching about a year of doing this, and so I want to continue doing this, but I also want to make sure that I'm helping you guys out as well. All right, so as we talk about this, the idea is that we're talking about beauty and the beast. Now, this study that Jordan Peterson was referring to, I think, is an older study, and I got some construction going on in the background here, so I just kind of roll my windows up. But the thing is that when you're talking about this, we're talking about the idea that he was talking about women and fantasies and what things that women really find attractive in men. Well, and we had talked about, they listed categories of kind of just descriptions, general descriptions. Well, they found out that these are 4 or 5 of these. I think I remember 4 of them. The vampire, the werewolf, billionaire, surgeon. There was another one. But the idea is that he was talking about is why are women attracted to these type of characters? And some are mythical type of creatures and things like that. Well, each one of them has a certain level of control and power. And the dominance power is really important. So when we look at the dominance and the power, we're looking at something where all of a sudden, now you're being a strong type of male. Because of that, females become attractive. And that's why on our journey, you can become very attractive because you're holding your energy in. And now you are acting like that strong male. And we'll talk about that more in a second. But the vampire has his dominance gaze, the confidence level of being around for centuries. The werewolf is just a beast and takes what they want. The billionaire can afford what they want. The surgeon has control of lives, things like that. These are the types of things that women strive for, because I believe in one sense women need to control. I think because of probably more their physical nature, they don't have the type of physical nature a lot of times to be comfortable and secure in saving themselves. This goes back to the caveman, cavewoman type of days back in the beginning of mankind. And so what they have to try to do is find other ways to stay alive and survive. And I think in a lot of cases, because they don't have the physical type of qualities, they're looking to try to gain level of control. And so this is why you see probably a lot more with men than a lot more with women than men, a high level of a need to control. And so I saw Taylor Fiend had a nice video talking about women and boundaries and talking about the fact that looking at the women had struggled with the idea that they need to go ahead and monitor the male and figure out where they're at, all these type of things. It goes back to a level of control, and they strive for that because they're not feeling control. Males, I think, especially with the God-given energy you have, you're feeling stronger. You feel like you're in control. Now, whether you're not or not, I don't think we're in control of many things. We control some of our decisions, but I think males feel that control because the energy God has given them. So females are really attracted to this. The other thing Jordan said, which I thought was really good, he was talking about this idea of the beauty and the beast. And he was talking about the fact that people can go ahead and females will want to control that beast. They're attracted to the beast type of attitude, but they also want to tame it. And so when they tame it now, that's their purpose. But then they don't want it. And this is what happens. The old saying is that, you get somebody, but then you don't want the person after you get them. And so this whole continual battle of life is trying to get this person to either be like you, see your point, or all of a sudden change, and all of a sudden, but the striving of doing that is the challenge. And I think a lot of times relationships stay together, they don't, because of the challenge. And I've seen many times when guys all of a sudden fall head over heels over a girl, and that girl doesn't want them, because it becomes a desperate type of thing. And maybe you can couch it in different ways, but being desperate is almost like this weak male who is not this beast who can do anything they want. This is why when you see in high school and you see in situations that girls like these bad boys and all this other kind of stuff when they're younger, they don't like it as much as when they're older, but they like the guy who is secure, control, and they can do things because they feel more controlled. And this is the whole female type of thing, that they feel like they're being protected. So they can tame that beast. It becomes their beast, right? And now all of a sudden, now you're a different person. But as far as what we're talking about here, guys, the reason why you become attractive, especially on your journey, is because you have this beast-like energy you're holding on to. You're not letting it go. You're not becoming some of these kind of weak types of males that we see, especially some of the younger males. I saw this show yesterday, and it was, I don't know what the show was called, but I was watching it with my family, and I'm sitting there, and we were just amazed. You have a bunch of 20-year-olds who I think were kind of entitled in their homes, and now all of a sudden they're in the camp where they're trying to make some money and surviving, and they have no clue, no survival techniques, and in fact they're appalled by all of it. And so it's just kind of that whole attitude that we're not really training tough individuals, with technology the way it is, with easy type of thing. A lot of our parents, and I'm probably guilty of it too, trying to have our kids have a better life than we did, but sometimes you end up spoiling them too much. And I think in this case, you see this case where they're not able to deal with things in the world. And this is an eye-opening type of experience when you see this. And I think that this is our society. So I don't care if you're talking about a male who is part of an army that has to protect the world or a country, or you're talking about a father or a man who has to protect the people in the family, right? It's the same type of thing. It's the same type of protection type of thing you're dealing with all the time. So as we talk about this, as we look at this, it's important to realize that as a male, you have this beast-like energy. You have this strength. This is important because what happens is that it gets you through your daily life, but it also allows you to become very attractive. And so females see this, and they want to have that energy. They want to be around that energy, but they also want to tame that energy. And so you have to have this balance between, being yourself and also, caring about the person you're with. We're not saying you shouldn't do that, but the idea is that you're still having those beast-like qualities that you're not going to necessarily be tamed. And I think that's important to recognize. A lot of young males fall in love and they want to do everything for the female, which is part of the nature that males have. They want to protect, and they want to do that. And some females who are older, especially older females, recognize that's important, and they want that as well. But not when you're younger. When you're in your 20s, a lot of males and females, they don't really know what they're looking for. And so what ends up happening is that you're talking about a whole different type of attitude. But males by nature want to do that. And so basically, because of that strength and the protection, they want to be strong for the female. Now, a female if they don't see the beast-like qualities, basically will kind of push that person away, which happens a lot when they're in the 20s. But if you're strong and you become that strong male, then you won't have any trouble at all. If you focus on your goals, if you don't allow all this stuff to get in your way and distract you, things like that, you should be in good shape. And again, you're going to be that beast that women want to be with. Now, you have to kind of stay your beast like quality, have a balance between that, and becoming a culture type person. But you also want to make sure that you have that beast like behavior mentality, at least, to say, okay, I'm doing my own thing here. And you're strong. You're being strong. And that's also going to show strength to the female partner you're with. So, all right. But anyway, good. I will put a link down at least to Jordan Peterson and also Taylor the Fiend, because he had some good type videos here. But again, the Beauty and the Beast is an important type concept here. Don't lose your beast-like qualities. The reason you have those is because you're going on retention. I'm at 255 days or something like that now, and we just keep going stronger and stronger. Is there temptation? Of course, all the time. But you got to continue to kind of move ahead. This is a lifestyle change you're making. Don't ever give up on this. Continue pushing forward. It's going to make you grow stronger and stronger, and before you know it, you're superhuman. You don't have to worry about success. You don't have to worry about any of these other types of things, attraction. You'll have plenty of that to go around. All right, guys, enough for today. June 30th, 2022. Have a great day, guys, and God bless you, and battle on.